The richest man on earth cannot buy time. Elon Musk says his brain refuses to sleep more than 6 hours. He runs companies like an air traffic controller, 5 airports at once, all needing his eyes. He filters calls through 10 layers of people. He eats fast food because he has no time. His one escape is a video game. This is one day inside the mind of Elon Musk.
Musk goes to bed around midnight, sometimes even later. He wakes up about 6 hours after. He says his brain simply will not sleep more. Even when he is exhausted, 6 hours is the limit. He once admitted sleep is his superpower and also his biggest weakness. He has tried sleeping less. He says total productivity drops. So 6 hours became his fixed rule. During the Model 3 crisis, he slept far less. He slept on the factory floor. He said the metal dust smell woke him. He worked 120 hours a week. That period almost broke him.
He protects his 6 hours. He once slept on the roof of a factory. He wanted to be near the machines. People thought it was strange. He called it necessary. The first thing he does is grab his phone. He checks if anyone called overnight. Then he opens X, the app once called Twitter. He reads the news from around the world. He reads news about his own companies. Yes, even the CEO of Tesla checks the news. He does not know every detail of Tesla. That is a deliberate choice. He keeps his mind open for other companies. If he absorbed every Tesla detail, he would drown.
He could not make decisions anymore. His brain stays light on purpose. It is a system, not a weakness. Most billionaires hide their lives. Musk does the opposite. He answers people on X directly. He posts constantly. He argues with strangers online. His feed is an open window into his day. When his name appeared in Epstein's emails, people asked. Musk said he did not know what kind of man Epstein was. The files later showed real messages from 2012. They discussed meeting at Epstein's island.
They discussed a visit to SpaceX. Musk called it a mistake that still follows him. He said he never visited the island. The story never fully disappeared. After half an hour of scrolling, he gets up. He takes a shower. He picks a simple outfit, a black t-shirt and jeans, a leather jacket when it is cold. He is the richest man in the world. His uniform costs almost nothing. He owns mansions, yet he lives simply. Clothes are the last thing on his mind. By 7:30, he is in the kitchen. His breakfast is small, an omelet, some toast, and coffee. People tell him to eat better. He says he barely wants to eat at all. He eats because his body needs fuel, not because he enjoys it. Then he picks one of his children. Musk has 14 kids with 4 women. The younger ones sometimes go to work with him. He calls his children the love of his life. But his life allows no slow mornings. His day looks like an air traffic tower. He supervises several companies at once: SpaceX, Tesla, X, and more.
Most billionaires own one company. Many are not even the CEO of it.
Musk runs all of them himself. He is CEO of Tesla. He is the chief engineer of SpaceX. He owns X and drives its decisions. He sits on more boards than most people know. His mind jumps between rocket science and cars, between software and satellites. He does not know every detail, but he stays in the loop of everything. His managers handle the daily work. Only the biggest calls reach him. He keeps homes near all his projects. One in California, one in Texas. His Texas home sits in a town he built. He named it Starbase, near the rockets. Tesla moved its headquarters to Austin. The reason was simple. California taxes were too heavy. Texas welcomed him with open arms. He built a city for his own company. That is the scale of his control. He protects his attention like money. Every minute is budgeted in his head. He plans his days in blocks. He calls it time boxing. Every task gets a fixed window. When the window ends, he moves on. He does not waste time on decisions.
His outfit is already decided. His breakfast is already decided. His calendar decides the rest. Some days he never leaves the phone. Other days he never leaves the factory. He follows the work, not the clock. He rarely reads reports. He prefers live conversations. He trusts his eyes more than paper. That is why he visits factories. That is why he answers tweets. He wants the raw version of reality.
By 8, the phone starts ringing. Every call has passed 10 filters first. Assistants answer one by one. Only the essential voices reach him. People think he talks to investors all day. The opposite is true. He spends most time with engineers. He wants to know everything they are building. He drills into rocket technology. He asks about every piece and every problem. Engineers say he demands deep answers. Why did you change this? Why did you choose that material? He once spent half an hour with one engineer, then he hung up and moved on.
He is not an engineer by degree. He studied physics and economics, but he questions experts like one. He drains their knowledge into his mind. He wants to stay ahead of every question. A reporter could ask him anything. He wants to answer on the spot. Musk owns about 8 factories around the world. 6 are in the United States. 1 is in Shanghai, China. 1 is in Germany, near Berlin. That German plant builds cars for Europe. Every factory hopes he will walk in. He walks the floors and talks to anyone. A simple worker can share an idea.
He takes every idea seriously. He asks workers if they are happy. If they have ideas, he listens.
He does not stay in his office. He wants to see the work with his own eyes. By noon, someone asks what he wants for lunch. His answer is always fast. Whatever is ready. A sandwich, pizza. He admits his diet is terrible. People say, "You have money. Eat well." He says, "I have money. I have no time." That line became his daily motto. People who know him compare his mind to an engine, a 2-stroke engine that never idles.
He talks about rocket motors, then suddenly electric motors. 10 minutes later, artificial intelligence. He never stays on one subject for long. He jumps gears without warning. The people around him must keep up. His team learn to match his speed. Meetings with him are short and sharp. He hates long presentations. He wants facts, numbers, and problems. He asks for the bad news first. Good news can wait until the end. That habit keeps him honest. It also keeps his team sharp.
At 5 in the afternoon, workers leave. They have worked about 10 hours. For Musk, the day is only half over. He now connects with the night shift. Tesla and SpaceX both run 2 shifts. The factories work around the clock. Day and night, the machines never stop. Workers can volunteer for longer hours. After 8 hours, pay rises by half. After 12 hours, it doubles. That rule comes from California law. It is not Musk's invention. But he encourages people to stay. Some say it pushes people too hard. They worry about health and safety.
Others say the choice is theirs. Nobody is forced to stay. If you are tired, you go home. The debate is loud and honest. Musk says hardship is his own style too. He slept in factories for years. He does not ask others to suffer alone. He believes in extreme hours. He also believes in extreme rewards. Workers who stay earn well. Workers who leave are not punished. The system runs on choice. Still, critics call it unhealthy. They say tired workers make mistakes. They say sleep matters more than pay. The argument never ends. Musk simply keeps the factories running. He once said no one should work this hard. He said it hurts the brain and the heart. Then he kept doing it anyway. The contradiction is part of him. He demands more from himself than anyone.
That is why his teams follow him. They see him work hardest of all. By 7 or 8, he tries to eat dinner. He wants to share it with family, a child, a brother, or his mother. If no family is around, he eats with engineers. Dinner is not fast food. He orders something real: steak, sushi, or crab. Good food, but eaten fast. He still checks messages between bites. He eats dinner standing sometimes, a plate in one hand, a phone in the other. Family time is protected, but short. He makes the minutes count. After dinner, he returns to X. He checks the news again. He posts ideas, jokes, and updates. His engineers sometimes tweet to him. They show him new artificial intelligence tools. He jumps in and tests them immediately. He wants to feel the product himself. Then he opens his email. There are always more messages waiting. He answers the ones that matter. The rest stay unread.
As midnight approaches, something changes. Musk knows he must sleep soon, but his brain will not just switch off. So he plays a video game. He has said this many times. When he cannot sleep, he plays Diablo. He has loved the game since he was young. He played it as a teenager. He still plays it today. He even climbed high in its rankings. The game slows his racing mind. The video game is his reset button. It silences the noise in his head. It lets him fall asleep like a child. Then morning arrives again. He plays until he feels tired enough.
Then he closes his laptop. He lies down, and 6 hours later, he wakes up. The same day starts again. His routine shows a strange truth. He works the whole day, but his real power is staying current. He keeps learning and asking questions. He makes decisions at the right time. That is what built his success. His biggest tool is curiosity. Money follows decisions, not the reverse. He has also made mistakes. The Epstein email cost him dearly, even if he never visited the island.
One bad decision followed him for years. He admitted it himself. Still, the system works. 6 hours of sleep, a tower of filtered calls, engineers, factories, and fast food. Diablo at midnight. Day after day after day. Most people could not survive this. Musk says he cannot imagine stopping. The machine simply keeps running. That is the real lesson of his day. Systems beat motivation. A fixed sleep time, a fixed morning routine, a filter around his attention. A game to end the day. Every piece is small. Together they carry a huge life. You do not need his billions. You can copy his structure. That is what his day really sells. Not money. Control over attention. One day at a time. Tomorrow, the alarm comes again. The phone rings before sunrise. The engineers wait on the line. The factories hum without pause. Musk will wake in 6 hours. He will check X first. He will repeat the whole cycle. It looks exhausting from outside. From inside, it is simply his life. The richest man on earth, running to stand still, and somehow always moving forward. Here is what this day really teaches. Musk did not become rich by accident. He built a system to protect his time. He filters everything that reaches him. He stays close to the work itself. He eats badly and sleeps little. That is not advice for anyone, but it is a system that works for him. The richest man on earth is not relaxed. He is a man running 5 airports at once. He trades comfort for control, and control for him is everything. If this look inside his day surprised you, there is more waiting. Subscribe and we will bring you the next story. And tell us in the comments, what would you do with his money and his schedule?